News 4 Tucson, live at 10.
Tonight, President Donald Trump is declaring total exoneration. This after Attorney General William Barr released the top findings from Special Counsel Robert Mueller's Russia investigation.
The special counsel found no conspiracy between Russia and the Trump campaign during the 2016 election, but other investigations are ongoing. Jennifer Johnson has the latest.
President Trump declaring victory.
It was a complete and total exoneration. It's a shame that our country had to go through this.
Late Sunday afternoon, Attorney General William Barr released a 4-page summary of Special Counsel Robert Mueller's Russia investigation. Mueller didn't draw a conclusion of whether the president obstructed justice, but Barr says the Mueller report concludes the investigation did not establish that members of the Trump campaign conspired or coordinated with the Russian government in its election interference activities. Mueller's investigation lasted almost 2 years. He issued more than 2,800 subpoenas.
This was an illegal takedown that failed.
While the White House celebrates, Democrats are still leading several congressional investigations. There are also ongoing state and federal probes that may involve the president and his family members.
We're going to move forward with our investigations of obstruction of justice, abuses of power, corruption, to defend the rule of law, which is our job.
Mueller left the possibility of an obstruction of justice charge up to Barr. Barr declined to do so, but Democrats aren't convinced.
We need to see all of the information there to make a conclusion, to get information, to let the public make a decision on whether there was obstruction of justice.
The Mueller investigation is over, but Democrats not ready to end this. Jennifer Johnson, NBC News, Washington.
So what does all of this mean moving forward? News 4 Tucson's Eric Fink spoke with a former FBI official about what's next. It's a story you'll see only on 4.
There's no question that this is perhaps the brightest day of the Trump presidency thus far.
Frank Figliuzzi worked at the FBI for 25 years and worked alongside Bob Mueller. And Figliuzzi says he's surprised by Mueller's decision to let the Attorney General make the call on whether President Donald Trump obstructed justice.
So he's allowed the Attorney General, essentially his boss, to make the call, and he's allowed Congress to say, I see a window of opportunity here because you, sir, did not exonerate him. And has, in fact, Bob Mueller made himself Exhibit A as a potential witness before Congress, having to explain why he chose to do it that way.
The president tweeting Sunday, no collusion, no obstruction, complete and total exoneration. Keep America great.
We've got to call out whenever he's misstating the facts, and he's done it in this one statement today, and that is that this is not a total exoneration with regard to obstruction.
So after a 22-month probe and a 4-page summary to Congress from the Department of Justice, where do we go from here?
We're going to see a protracted battle over redactions and how full a report we can actually get our hands on. I think that's coming next.
This former FBI official believes there are big unanswered questions with regards to counterintelligence.
Is our president compromised by Russia? Can he remain a neutral and objective decision maker when it comes to Russia? I believe we're only going to get into those when we see a full declassified report handed to the American public.
And he knows President Trump will use this as leverage as he prepares to go into his re-election campaign.
He'll call it complete vindication and exoneration, even when it's not. And we'll see him appeal to his base and say that this was a groundless investigation. I am the victim here, and now I am the victor. And we'll see that going well into the 2020 election.
I'm Eric Fink, News 4 Tucson.
A Tucson woman previously convicted of imprisoning her daughters will enter a change of plea tomorrow. An appeals court previously ruled Sophia Richter would not be allowed to argue that she was compelled to keep the 3 girls inside their room by her husband. That husband, Fernando Richter, is serving a 62-year sentence for the same crime. Officials say the children were kept inside a single room for up to 2 years before they managed to escape.
A man accused of killing his wife is now back in North Carolina, where he will face murder charges. 57-year-old Lynn Keel was arrested here in Tucson after a nationwide manhunt. Officials say Keel's wife disappeared from their North Carolina home 2 weeks ago. Her body was then found in another county with multiple stab wounds. Search warrants show that officials found multiple swords, a machete, and more than 60 guns inside the couple's home.
A local nonprofit is giving women diagnosed with HIV or AIDS a complete makeover from head to toe. News 4 Tucson's Danelle Confair caught up with some of the incredible ladies that put on this event every year.
It makes me feel beautiful.
Jolene McGee is one of the many women getting a makeover from head to toe this Sunday at the Nails Go Round and Eternal Beauty Lounge.
I've been positive for a couple of years now, and it's been hard.
This is the 5th year the salon has worked with Positively Beautiful to give women diagnosed with HIV or AIDS a day of glamour and relaxation.
So they come in, they spend all day, we give them like 3 meals a day, we just hang out, we pump up the music, and it's a party. It's a party in the salon, and they walk out hopefully feeling a little bit happier and prettier and more confident.
From nails to hair to makeup, volunteers made sure every woman there had a big smile.
You know, we love doing this every year. It's like we can't wait for March because it's something we all look forward to.
The Day of Glam helps these women look into the mirror seeing themselves, not a diagnosis.
They get to meet other women who are living with HIV and AIDS, which sometimes that diagnosis can be a little isolating. So they meet other folks who are living with their same condition.
For more information on Positively Beautiful, head to our website at kvoa.com. I'm Danelle Confair, News 4 Tucson.
What a great story. Good evening to all of you at home. It was a warm day yesterday, and it was an even warmer day today. In fact, we're in the upper 50s to 60s across the Tucson Metro. It's 59 in Midtown right now, 56 in Sabino Canyon, 60 in Oro Valley, and 63 for you Westsiders. South of the Tucson Metro, we're seeing the 40s and 50s, 47 in Douglas, 59 in Bisbee, and 48 in Sonoyta. Now, over the last several hours, we've seen some of those clouds roll across the state, but we're going to see dry conditions the next couple of days. In fact, high pressure is going to start building aloft. It's going to pack the heat, and we could be near 90 on Tuesday. Will we get there? It's absolutely possible. I'll break that down in our full forecast coming up. Nick, Aaliyah.
All right, thanks, Stephanie. The Mountain View High wrestling team is helping raise money for a 5-month-old baby in need of a heart transplant. Today, members of that team and members of the community gathered for a special car wash. They're hoping to raise money for baby August, who has a collapsed right lung, pneumonia, and has to use a breathing tube. The family is hopeful August will get a new heart, but with an extended stay in the hospital, bills are starting to pile up.
We're doing a car wash to help out my friend Rudy, his little brother. He needs a heart transplant. It's all the way up in Phoenix, and we need help with the hospital bills. You know, and the wrestling team are all family here, and they need help, and we're here to help.
A GoFundMe page has been set up for baby August. If you'd like to donate to the family, we have that link on our website, kvoa.com.
The University of Arizona will be hosting a special discussion on the state's drought contingency plan on Monday. The expert panel will examine the background and details of the plan recently passed by elected officials. Now, issues include how the plan will affect the state, how it will affect Tucson, who will benefit and who will suffer, and if it actually conserves water. Now, the event will take place at the UA James E. Rogers College of Law at 5:30.
Now to a consumer alert. The Henry Avocado Corporation has recalled its California-grown avocados in 6 states, including right here in Arizona, because of a potential listeria contamination. The company issued the voluntary recall after its packing facility tested positive during a routine government inspection. No illnesses have been reported so far.
And we also have a traffic alert to tell you about. Starting on Monday, part of the intersection of Marana and Sundario roads will be closed for several days. That's because crews will be constructing a new traffic control median. The town of Marana says traffic on Sundario Road will not be affected, but If you're driving on Marana Road, you'll want to use the traffic circle located at Sandario Road and Marana Main Street. That area is expected to reopen on Friday, March 29th. Coming up on News 4 Tucson Live at 10, a special event took place today to benefit the Boys and Girls Clubs of Tucson.
Plus, it's not too late to purchase tickets for the Powerball jackpot. Details on how much is now up for grabs when we come right back.
Investigating for you. This is News 4 Tucson.